As you go through the paper, towards the end, you usually find that the questions that they ask of you regarding fractions become a little bit more challenging. But let's just take a step back from here. What is this question? If we just isolate the whole numbers here, we've got 4 minus 1, and we know 4 minus 1. That's a lovely question. That's just like 3. But then we have this 2/3 minus 6/7. Now, the only way to find out, and I will show you another way, if we can do this sum without using any of these whole numbers, is to turn them all into the same denominator. So you know how your teachers have been kind of encouraging you to use your times tables and to learn them. This is where they really come into play. If you have been memorizing or learning your times tables, that will continue all the way up until you finish school, um, until they're set and embedded. It's very important because it just speeds things up. If not, you can use your friendly numbers and keep adding. But anyway, let's have a look here. If I look at my 7 times tables, I have 7, 14, and 21. So 1 times 7 is 7, 2 times 7 is 14, 3 times 7 is 21. And then if I do my 3 times tables, it goes 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 21. Okay, but you could have told me that anyway. Now, do we have a number in common? Absolutely, we do. Now, here we go. We can make them both the same denominator by using the lowest common denominator, which was 21. We couldn't go any lower in our 7 times tables. Right, okay, so how do we turn a 3 into a 21? Well, we times by 7. Whatever I do to my denominator, I must do to my numerator, so that's 14. And if this is a bit tricky, just go along, like right along with me right now. And then I promise you it's going to start clicking. It's going to start making more and more sense. The more we use things, the more we start to make sense. And sometimes there is a point where things make sense and we don't know how. Everything just falls into place. But that comes with practice and familiarity. So let's have a look at this one. How do we turn a 7 into 21? You times by 3. Whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So 6 times 3 is 18. And now we see I cannot subtract. It's pretty impossible. 14 can't take away 18 because we're not looking at minus or negative numbers here. So I need to, just like if we were regrouping in a regular subtraction, I'm going to take 1 from here and add it there. So I need to add 1 and 14 over 21. Take away 18 over 21. And then I'm going to change this into like an improper fraction. So 1 whole is 21 over 21 plus 14. So even if you can do this in your head, I want to show you visually so that you can see it. Visual maths is very important. So now I have 35 over 21, take away 18 over 21, and that's a nice question. So 35, take away 18, go next door, pop it there, and you have 17. So our answer is 17 over 21, and the 3 that you left behind, and that is your answer. Now, remember, with these explanations, it's really important you watch it a few times and try and do it alongside. And if your working out is very um, there's a lot of it, or try to keep your numbers neat and tidy, use your squares, but this still looks messy because there's a lot of thought going on there. If you ever look at a professor's whiteboard in a college, you'll see just like working out everywhere. So get used to that and get comfortable with that. As long as you see this little blue box, as long as the examiner can see what's happening here and you put your correct answer here, you're going to get your mark.